So this is really, really weird. There was a 72-year-old woman who has now been arrested in a hospital in Germany after allegedly switching off a patient's ventilator twice because she didn't like the noise it was making.
Oh, loud, bro.
He's like, God damn, that shit's fucking loud, dude.
Can't hear my Netflix, dude. Is she a patient?
She's a patient. She's a pensioner. She's a I believe she's a patient in there.
Oh,
and this other patient was a 79-year-old patient.
They're like, can't breathe and shit.
Yeah.
She goes, "Ma, that's loud."
Those noises are pretty loud, though.
Is it really?
Are you sympathizing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What about her, man? She needs to get better, so she can't sleep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a huge debate actually in the online health community.
You can't sleep, you can't recover as well.
It's funny that the machine is that easy to turn off.
I know. She just it's just an off switch.
The fact that she knew.
Yeah.
Hey, bitch, you're a patient. You ain't a doctor. Like, how you,
She's like,
you
there's
know how
a,
to do shit?
she just saw the plug and was like, oh yeah. I recognize this. Yeah. I know this from home.
I mean, if you had a bunkmate, right, and then they're fucking, they were on life support.
Wait, time out. When are you gonna have a bunkmate?
At the hospital.
Yeah, when are you gonna have a fucking?
Or like you had a roommate. You had a roommate at the hospital, right?
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there and they're on life support and it's going beep, beep. I would have been like, shut the fuck up! I can't sleep. And I'll fucking pull the plug.
Also, I don't think they're not gonna put you in the same room as someone that's on life support.
They might.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they did to her.
Damn.
Oh, they were in the same room?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely were close enough to hear the ventilator.
She walks by and goes, oh my God.
She was in a different wing, dude. She walked by and was like, oh.
So wait, what did they do to her?
So the very, very first time that she did it, they explained to the woman that that patient was dependent upon the supply of oxygen.
And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dependent on getting some Z's.
Fucking rolling her eyes like,
She turns her hat around like Nick. She's like, fuck this, man.
We should do that.
So, gave her the benefit of the doubt.
They need that to survive. Yeah.
whatever.
But they had to explain it to her, and then the second that she did it again, they had to resuscitate the 79-year-old.
Oh, fuck.
Now just
Not funny, but like.
and he had to go to intensive care, but he's now described as out of danger.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, but because
Now, right?
Yeah, we can laugh now.
yeah, because she did it twice and was even fucking formally notified the first time she fucked up, how like actually this was not right. She
Dude, some old people are just like little kids, dude. Like, once they get past a certain age,
Yeah, she's like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, sounds like a him problem.
we're both on our way out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
She's only 70-something though. It's not like
She's 72.
72.
that's not like senile old.
Yeah.
72's not bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Might
That's
be old
true.
enough to not give a fuck about the next person.
Yeah, right.
That's 100%.
It's like, well, you on your way. Let me help you out.
70 is the not give a fuck age.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's so fucking.
So she was brought before a judge the next day, after which she was taken to jail ahead of a potential trial.
She's like, bitch, how am I supposed to get better? You taking me to jail?
You're too loud.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a sentence.
Does it say what she was in the hospital for?
No, they just keep calling her a pensioner. Fuck's that?
Yeah, what is that?
That means she's retired, yeah. And she's just collecting checks.
Yeah, but
useless
in the
old-
hospital.
Oh yeah, pensioner.
Yeah, useless old hag.
Useless old bitch.
You can call her that, dude. For what she did. What she did was fucking really fucking.
Just collecting money, getting sick and shit.
Yeah.
The state has to pay for her old ass, and she's trying to murder someone.
That's attempted murder 2 times.
Lazy old bitch.
This was in
Yeah, fuck that bitch, dude.
Germany.
It's in Germany.
This is in Germany. Yeah.
And she probably got ties to the Nazis too. Fucking lazy old Nazi bitch.
You got ties.
Fuck, dude.
Immediately, yeah. You're tied to the Nazis, dude.
Fucking old and lazy and a Nazi.
Chappelle was thinking it.
I was thinking
Yeah,
it.
he was thinking it.
I imagine her just going, you all right? Just fucking walking out. You
Feels good to be back.
Oh, you're dying? Oh, you're dying? You.
My Führer.
I'm going to unplug this ventilator.
Oh shit.
This is for my deal.
If found guilty of attempted manslaughter, the 72-year-old could spend several years behind bars.
Great.
And she's all like,
The best years of her life.
right.
For my feeling.
Yeah, for my.
You know what's crazy though? There was a case where a 61-year-old T. Scott Marr had been rushed to the hospital and was unresponsive but still breathing. So they put him on a ventilator, and then when somebody had switched off the ventilation is when he came back to life. So they considered him the miracle man.
Oh, maybe that's what she was trying to do.
I've seen this shit before.
Yeah.
I've seen some many times.
books.
Yeah, read some books.
Mein Kampf.
Unplugs the ventilator.
If she was really trying to kill him, she would just turn it up on like extra high. So he's like,
Extra high oxygen? Oh shit.
Like he's turning up like a radio. Alright, just turn up the volume.
That is crazy. She's kind of gangster though. She don't fuck around. Like what?
She's a Nazi, dude.
Yeah.
She's like, it's too loud.
They might need to cover up the buttons on the machines, huh?
No.
yeah, or something.
What is she doing?
Just they make it
flipping the
too
off
damn
switch.
easy.
And so her excuse was that it was just too noisy.
Yeah, that was literally.
You know what my theory is on this lady? She wasn't sick at all, dude.
She's a pensioner. They don't say what she's got.
I think she was not sick at all, and I think she was just chilling hard at the hospital.
I think she's an assassin
Oh.
working for the Fuhrer. She's finally activated.
Working for the
Or
Wait, I think she would have just been a baby during that time.
listen. Or she's an angel.
Oh
You
yeah.
ever think of that?
More like the Grim Reaper.
I want to hear
She's an
this
angel.
theory.
Look at me. I mean, maybe she was just like, hey, God wants you now.
She's like, it's your time.
yeah, it's your time.
Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
And then
he's
they turn,
a Grim Reaper.
they turn the thing back on. She's like, "Oh man, I gotta make up an excuse." That's just annoying.
Hey, God, he
Imagine though being a person hooked up to a machine and you see somebody flip it off and you can't do nothing. Yeah, you're just like, come on, wake up! I need that.
Bitch, I should kill you.
What do you think is the time when old people start becoming more and more like children? What age do you think?
You mean when they start putting on diapers and drinking insurance stuff?
And start fucking talking like kids?
Shit.
I would say 80s.
80.
I think 80s. Yeah, around
But
80s.
there's some 80-year-olds that are like chilling. Yeah. Sharp.
That's true.
It's really dependent. It's kind of like that moment where, you know, even from like a taking care, like a welfare or a financial point of view, you know, in that moment when your parents are paying for your shit and taking care of you, and then there's that middle where everybody's adults, and then suddenly you're in a spot where you're taking care of your parents and paying their bills. Yep. I'm assuming when they're being taken care of by you, they also get to flip off a couple other switches as well at the same time.
Oh,
The key is make sure they keep working till they die.
Yeah.
So then they never get.
But that's what they say about older people. Like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
You do.
That's true, yeah.
Your cognitive function, if you're not like doing, that's why they always tell older people to like do like crossword puzzles.
That's why they keep buying them Wii U's.
Bro, my stepdad's 88. That fool's still trying to pitch people for business.
88?
Yeah. 88? He sucks at it.
Oh yeah.
He sucks at He's just terrible.
Because I had David, we had a little barbecue in Hawaii, and David came through, and then David was talking to him, and then I was giggling because I was all like, all right, he has no idea what he's getting himself into, so I just kind of watch. And then David, like, he's a good Asian boy, so he's respectable, you know, he just like listens intently, like he doesn't like act like he's bored or nothing, so I'm like, oh, he actually likes this conversation. He'll tell you a fucking story, and at the end, you don't know that he's trying to pitch you something, and then at the end he'll go, so how do you think? And we're like, what do you mean? You want to invest in this business? And then, so he'll always start with like,
He's a master of pitching.
What's the business that he wants
so right now he's doing this thing where he's trying to help his buddy sell these fishing lures that shocks the fish.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
right.
then once the fish gets shocked, it could reel it in. So you see how I could tell this pitch in like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
It'll take this dude 20 minutes. So if you go fishing and you get tuna fish, you get the lure, and the lure shocks the fish. Have you seen that before? That's how he talks.
This guy's 88?
Yeah, he's 88.
He sounds like the guy from
like
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Jitsukawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like.
And then you get this, and once the fisherman does not have resistance when he reels it in. And then we're just sitting there like, dude, how slow can you say shit?
So what would
Yo, is he killing it?
No, he
Oh, is that-
hasn't
oh,
made a
is
sale. Dude, but it's funny.
He hasn't made a sale. I'm sitting there like, okay.
if you were to say like I'm in, what would he say?
Yeah, what's the next step?
I should test it, huh?
Yeah.
I should.
Because I feel like he doesn't know what to do.
Like, you know what?
Everyone says no to it.
I've heard your pitch quite a few times. I think I'm in. Say that to him.
Yeah, and then right after be like, I got $50 on it.
That's true. All right, I'll
see
try
what
it. I'll
happens.
try
See
it.
what happens.
Because there are things that he
Becomes a
actually
millionaire.
did well. So like 10 years ago or a little bit more, he was traveling to the Philippines, going back and forth, and then he created a nonprofit organization, worked with the Japanese government, and he helped Filipino nurses come to Japan and get jobs.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, suddenly this dude's got credibility.
That sounds normal, right? So
a real thing.
during that, he made friends in the Philippines, right? And the more he explains it to me, they sound kind of connected to underground gangsta shit. And then he shows me pictures. They look kind of gangsta, like they have these parties and stuff. And
They're
in
just
my
holding
moment,
heads and
they're
stuff.
like-
Taking photos like tattoos everywhere on the neck.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Samurai swords and stuff.
doing cholo squats, bro. Yeah, they have security because he says in the Philippines they're dangerous. So he has security. They look like thugs with guns, you know.
Really?
And then so he tells me that his friends can get tuna for a very cheap price, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, right? And the more I think about it, I'm like, they sound like illegal fishing peoples. Because they do that. Pirates do that. Like, you're not, it's illegal. You got to fish it in special waters. And then they're like charging like half the price for tuna, which is crazy. So I was like, I think you're getting yourself involved in some dangerous shit here. And he goes, no, they know politicians. And I'm like, yeah, but like gangs there know politicians.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
What's the homies that chop the fingers off?
Yakuza?
Yeah. The Filipino Yakuza? Yakuza! Dude. Yakuza! Dude.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yo, that's just wild.